to our free web series. This is going to be a recurring series that we're doing right now. We're posting these to YouTube. So if you haven't already, check out our YouTube and see some of the past workshops that we've had. We don't post all of them onto YouTube, so you do have to come and join in the fun. But we are giving recaps of some of them. And today we have Jessica. She's going to be talking about the confidence code. She's got a lot of great information for you, and we're going to go ahead and get started.
Thank you, Summer. I'm so excited to be here today. As Summer mentioned, I'm Jessica. I am a certified professional life coach and a project manager and strategy consultant. I am the founder of Limitless Potential Coaching and Consulting. And as a coach, I focus on helping women build courage to do hard shit. With that said, today, we're going to unlock something that's been hiding in plain sight, and that is your natural confidence code. The confidence paradox. So I want you to raise your hand, either your virtual hand or your actual hand, if you've ever made a successful business decision.
Right here.
Yeah, good, right? A lot of you have raised your hand. So now keep it up if you felt 100% confident while you were making that decision. You see? Most hands went down, right? This is the confidence paradox. So you've been successful without perfect confidence because you already know how to do this. Most successful business decisions happen with incomplete information and imperfect confidence. So today, in the next 45 minutes, you're going to understand why confidence feels elusive, identify your personal confidence triggers, leave with a customized action plan, and access exclusive resources. So let's start with where you are right now. I want you to type in the chat, what's one business decision that you've been hesitating on? Maybe it's raising your prices or hiring help, expanding services, speaking up, seeking visibility, being on social media. Oh, starting a membership. Okay. Notice that we're not alone because these challenges are universal. Thank you, everyone that shared. So let's talk now about the real reason that you're stuck. Okay? It's not because you don't know what to do or you lack skills or experience. Every woman in this virtual room has built something, solved problems, created value. So you're stuck because you're overthinking and you're making excuses. The way that we're socialized makes it worse because we think we need permission to be brave. The truth is that being scared is completely normal. And waiting not to be scared is the problem. So let's talk about the code breaking framework that we're going to be discussing today, the confidence code framework. This is going to have elements of the clarity method, which is the framework that I created in my coaching business. We're going to be using key elements from it, not the whole framework. So we're going to start with C, which is connect with core values. L, which is listen to inner wisdom. A, align actions with purpose. R, reimagine possibilities. And I, implement strategic systems. I want you to think of confidence not as a feeling that we have to wait for, but a system that you can activate. Each piece of this code is going to build on the others. Quick confidence check-in. Let's get a baseline of where this group is starting off. I want you to rate from 1 to 10. Put your number in the chat. So your level of doing scary shit. Okay. So 10 is I regularly do things that scare me. And 1 is I avoid anything that feels risky. Be honest here, okay? This is a no judgment zone. Okay, I'm seeing a lot of 7s and 6. Okay, some 8s. That's super cool. I love it. And also, people that are 8 and 9 did not start there, right? And people that are at 10 are not at 10 all the time, okay? Because courage isn't a personality trait, okay? It's a muscle that we build. So now that we understand the confidence paradox, let's start cracking that personal code. The first piece is the letter C, connect with core values. So your confidence code starts here. Your values are your North Star for brave decisions. And this is something that I talk with my clients all the time. And this is an exercise that we usually do at the beginning of our sessions. Knowing your core values is something so basic, but no, a lot of people don't even know what they are, right? It's a simple exercise that you can do that's really going to help you and guide you in a lot of your relationships, decisions, business, everything. Knowing these values is going to make making decisions easier because you're going to know what matters to you. Sometimes even like you meet someone and you kind of like don't click. And then it's because your core values are completely off, right? Or you're having issues with a person and it's because they're not honoring your values. And it's the same in business. Like, oh, I don't know. I don't want to take this client. There's something about it that's not clicking. And something so basic as that is core values. So you'll hear me talk about this all the time. It's one of the things that I believe on the most. So the values, confidence, connection. Why the values matter for your confidence. Okay. Values provide clarity in uncertainty. They also give you permission to act authentically, and they become your courage anchor. When you act in alignment with your values, your confidence is going to feel more natural. But when you act against them, even if you're making a safe choice, it's just going to feel wrong. Your values are literally giving you permission to be brave. Exercise time. Okay, you're going to see a lot of these. This workshop is going to be interactive. I want people, feeling comfortable. This is a safe space. So get ready. This is like already number 3. Quick values identification exercise. So let's identify what's driving you right now. We're going to sit silently for 30 seconds. I'm going to put a little timer for us. Let me find my timer. It's hiding. Okay, I can't put 30 seconds, but I'm going to put 1 minute and then we can go from there. Okay, so think silently for 30 seconds. What drives your business decisions? Okay, it can be anything from excellence, freedom, community, creativity, security, innovation, service, whatever it is. Don't share yet, just think about it. Okay, I'm going to start the timer. Remember, there's no right or wrong answer. This is your answer and whatever is important to you. Okay, almost up. Okay, hold on to that. Write it somewhere so you don't forget. Values versus fear decision making. So there's two ways that you can make decisions: based out of fear or based out of values. So a fear-based decision, you would ask yourself, what if I fail? What could go wrong? Okay. What is the safest option? A values-based decision, you would ask yourself, what matters most here? What aligns with what I care about? What would I regret not doing? It's the same situation, but with a different lens of courage. Okay, let's share now in the chat. Share one value, which is the one that you identified previously that I told you to hold on and write it. So share one value that drives your business. Okay, connecting people to resources and relationships. I love that. I see here excellence, some freedom, innovation. I love this. This is beautiful. Notice how we're all different. We're all different, but each of these gives clear direction. And when you know your value, decisions just get easier. Okay, so you start to take action and suddenly there's a voice in your head. Sometimes it's helpful wisdom, and sometimes it's just fear in disguise. Now we're going to be talking about L, listen to your inner wisdom. So we're going to be talking about decoding those voices in your head and understanding which voice are you listening to. This is where most people get stuck. So let's crack this code. Meet your internal board of directors. I love this because it's so true. We all have these. The perfectionist, who's it has to be perfect first. The people pleaser, what will they think? The protector, what if it fails? And then the wise leader, which is the one that we should be listening to, right? Which says, what's the next right step? So which one is loudest for you of these 4 board members? Share in the chat. The perfectionist. I see a lot of people pleaser. Yeah. I would say that for me too is the perfectionist. I think, it's like it stops you. So like you want to put something out and then you're like, oh, I know, but maybe I should fix this font, or, the sound is not perfect, or whatever it is, right? And then we just get stuck. So let's talk about the forced confidence blockers. We have the imposter syndrome. I don't belong here. The perfectionism, it's not ready yet. People pleasing, everyone must approve, and then catastrophizing. Everything will go wrong. Okay? And the good news about this is that once you recognize them, you can address them, right? Once you start understanding these blockers and how they show up, you can address them. These aren't character flaws. They're learned patterns that we can unlearn. Imposter syndrome. Imposter syndrome whispers, everyone else knows more, or you don't belong here. But the people who worry about being imposters are usually the most qualified. So we need to work on reframing. So this would be my unique perspective brings value, right? Instead of everyone knows more. Because the truth is that your experience matters. We are all different. We're all unique. And our way of seeing things, explaining things, etc., is different. right? We all have value and our experience matters. Okay? We have here perfectionism versus excellence. So perfectionism is a confidence killer. Okay? It says it's not ready yet, while excellence says it's ready enough to get feedback or to learn. Perfectionism stops the action, and excellence helps you improve through action. Perfect is the enemy of done, and done is where you learn. Okay? Okay, another chat exercise. I want you to share in the chat which blocker shows up for you most. You can use an I for imposter syndrome, a P for perfectionism, PP for people pleasing, and C for catastrophizing. Remember, there's no judgment here, so we all have different patterns. I see P's, okay. I see some PP's. Oh, that sounded weird, but yes. I see some eyes. Oh, and some catastrophizing. I think the most common one I'm seeing here is just P for perfectionism. Okay. Thank you everyone for sharing. Okay. Now you can spot your BS story and when they show up. But awareness alone doesn't get you moving. So you need the tools to act anyway. This is where we get to the R and the A from the clarity method. So R is reimagine possibilities and A is align actions. This isn't about eliminating fear. It's about moving forward with it. Because all the women in this room, we're all brave. We're doing brave things, right? Okay, let's talk about some techniques, starting off with the story flip. So you're going to rewrite the scary story into an empowering one. So for example, I'm not ready to pitch that client. You're going to rewrite it with, I have something they need to hear. And if you've heard me before in my TikToks or Instagram, whatever, you know that I always say that words are energy and words are powerful. So what we tell ourselves, we believe, right? So if we're telling the story, I'm not ready to pitch that client, we're going to start believing it, right? Instead, if we say, oh, I have something they need to hear, that's going to make us feel better about it, right? It's the same situation, but we're looking at it through a different lens. And I want you to see how I didn't use the word like fake it till you make it, okay? Because the news story that you're telling has to be real. And the reality is that you do have something that they need to hear. Okay? You are ready enough to do the thing. It's about choosing the truth that serves you instead of the truth that just sabotages you. Okay, this is one of my favorite ones, the evidence hunt. Your brain is like a detective, okay? And it's always looking for evidence. It's looking for proof of your beliefs. So if you believe, again, this is energy, the power of our words, our thoughts. So if you believe that you can't handle something, your brain is going to find proof of that. Okay? So we're going to redirect that search. You're going to find evidence that you can handle the hard things. And how? With past wins, with problems that you solved, with shit that you've survived already. Okay? I love this one because I use it specifically a lot when something unexpected happens, and kind of like, oh my God, how am I going to like get over this? Like, I wasn't prepared. I don't know what I'm going to do. How am I going to survive this? How am I going to deal with this? And I take a step back and I breathe and I'm like, okay, when have I done things like this? Like, when have situations that this has happened, right? In a different case, right? How did I move past it? And I did move past it, right? And it's like, okay, I've done this in some sort of capacity before. Like, I can do this again. Does it suck? It doesn't mean it's not gonna suck, right? If it was like something bad. But it's the evidence that you were able to move past it and you were successful at it. So I think sometimes we also get too caught up in our brains and we try to move too fast. It's like we need to take a step, breathe, right? Center ourselves. And look at this. Past wins, problem solved, should you survive? And lastly, the 1% braver approach. Okay. So this one really works for everyone. And it's about us stopping for waiting, right? It's for us stop waiting for this like magical moment when you're going to feel brave enough to do the big thing. Okay. Instead, ask yourself, what is the smallest brave thing that I could do right now or in 2 days or 1 week, right? Like smaller chunks. And maybe it's something like attending having a networking conversation or having a speaking opportunity or sending that email or having that difficult conversation. Okay. It's about small, brave actions build your courage muscle. Okay? Instead of taking those giant leaps, we take the smallest possible brave action, but we're still moving forward, right? We're not getting stuck. We're just taking baby steps towards the thing that we want to do. And honestly, as a project manager background, I love this because it's like a way of like also like organizing the thing that you want to do and breaking it into smaller things that feel more manageable and less scary. Okay, let's apply this now. So I want you to think silently first or something that you've been putting off, right? Something that you've been avoiding in your business. Maybe it's a conversation, maybe it's an email, maybe it's some content, whatever it is. So first 30 seconds, I'm going to put it on the clock. Think about it. No, don't share yet. Okay. Okay. So now that you've identified that one thing that you've been avoiding, I want you to identify what's the smallest brave action that you can take this week towards that thing that you've been avoiding. Just one thing. If you want to share in the chat, you can share. If you don't want to, it's okay. Oh, thank you for sharing. I'm seeing a couple of shares here. Creating one graphic for social media posts to announce membership. Okay. Love this. Oh, okay. Love it. Thank you. Oh. Okay. So here's where this networking group becomes your courage community. We're going to pair up right now because doing shit alone is harder. So We are going to find an accountability partner in our community. So in the chat, just find someone if you know anyone, share, put partner, and then you can reach out to each other and find someone who's going to be your accountability partner. Okay. I'm going to just give you like a couple of, seconds here, maybe 15 seconds. Find someone. Okay. Yes, yes. Okay. And if you can connect via like direct message and just share what you're committing to. Okay. Just share. Okay. We were a community of women for something, right? We're not just networking, we're actually holding each other accountable. Okay. So you now have specific techniques and an accountability partner from this incredible community. But techniques only work if you actually use them consistently. So we're going to talk about building this into a system that's going to fit your real life. So we're going to be talking now about I, which is implement strategic systems, because knowing what to do and actually doing it are two different things. And you're all busy working, running businesses, and wearing the many other hats that we wear as women. So you need systems that are going to work with your life and not against it. So this isn't really about adding more stuff to your plate. This is about building courage into what you're already doing. So the confidence stack, okay? Here's your system, which I call the confidence stack. We're going to start off in the morning with reviewing your values. And this just takes 2 minutes of your morning to do, right? What matters most today from your values? Then during the workday, when you're facing a decision, you're going to apply the 1% braver. Okay. In the evening, you're going to spend again 2 minutes in finding one piece of evidence that you can handle the hard things. And then on a weekly cadence, you're going to connect with that accountability partner from this group. And you're going to, work together. So each piece takes minimal time, very little time, but together it's going to build an unshakable confidence. It's not about executing this perfectly. It's about the consistent practice. And that's something that I'm also very big on, consistency. Just because you didn't do it right one day, it's fine. You have the next day, right? It's like when you're starting to exercise and you go to the gym 3 days and then you don't go for 3 days and then you're like, well, I already messed it up, so I'm not going to do it. No, but you start again and you build on that consistency. And that's what's going to get you results, being consistent, okay? Not being perfect. So the decision framework. So when you're facing a scary decision, I want you to do these 5 things. Connect with your core values. So understand what really matters here in this situation. Second, I want you to call out your bullshit story. What excuses is your brain offering, right? What's the story that you're telling yourself? Third, I want you to hunt for the evidence that you can handle this. Fourth, I want you to identify your 1% braver action. What's the smallest next step? And then fifth, I want you to do it scared because that's what brave women do. Okay, so group commitment, time to make this real. I want you to type in the chat one brave action you're committing to take in the next 48 hours. Okay, type it in there so everyone sees it and you make it real. And then you have this community to hold you accountable. Oh, wow. I love it. Look at all these commitments. Remember to be specific. I don't want you to say, oh, I want to be more confident. No. How are you going to be more confident? Is it by sending that email that you've been avoiding? Okay. Okay. I'm loving this. Ah, this is such a great community. So many brave women. Okay. So you have the tools, you have the system, and you have the community of women. Now, let me tell you exactly how I can help you with this even further. As I mentioned, I'm a life coach and I help women build courage to do hard shit. So you know what you want. You're capable of big things, but you're stuck in your own head, overthinking and making excuses. As someone who has moved countries, changed careers, left an unfulfilling relationship, become a single mom, I know, okay? I know what it is to be scared shitless and do it anyways. And I'm here to help you do the same, okay? So I am a very direct, no sugarcoating, no hand-holding approach. And I just want to be able to have some real talk and have a plan that actually works for you. So if you're ready to stop talking yourself out of what you want, book your complimentary 30-minute courage call with me, and let's create a plan that actually works. I'll put the link in the chat soon because I have to exit this presentation thing. And it'll be in the recap as well. So, okay. So gift time. This I'm including, Summer will include it in the email recap, but you're gonna have a little workbook, the Confidence Code Quick Start Guide, which is the roadmap to building courage daily. And it's everything that we covered today, plus a 7-day challenge to start building your courage muscle. This is my email and my Instagram handle, so make sure to go and follow. And if you have any questions, feel free to reach out to me. I read all of my emails. And that's about it. I'm like so grateful for this incredible community, and thank you so much for having me.
Thank you so much, Jessica. Oh my gosh, I've been like writing down notes the entire time. This was such an incredible amount of information. And thank you so much for sharing your expertise with us and your experience. I can definitely see how you could help so many women in our community. I mean, this is something that even myself as a business owner for over 10 years, like these are things that I struggle with. So, I mean, these were things that directly applied to me. And I think that no matter what level you're at, this is something that is incredibly important. So thank you so much for sharing that with us. And if you guys would like to get back in contact with Jessica, like she said, you've got her information on the slides here, but I'm also going to include it in the recap email. And if you're watching this on YouTube, which we're going to have up publicly for a limited time so people can get everything out of this, get all this information, we will include that information in the description in the video as well. And make sure to like and follow and do all the fun stuff so you don't miss out on more workshops like this. And I definitely, down the road, Jessica's going to be doing a lot more things with us and look for bigger, better workshops. We're going to start putting together some things just like this. So if this resonates with you, definitely stay on board because we will have more. But thank you guys so much for tuning in. We'll see you at the next one. You can find all the details at roseandhustle.com, and we'll talk to you then.